poor public service, corruption, and money spent on huge sporting events like the World Cup. Across the country, the situation turned violent when people stormed the National Congress in the capital, Brasilia. More than 1,000 kilometers away in Rio de Janeiro, protesters clashed with police there. Brenda Irving of CBC Sports is in Rio de Janeiro covering one of the country's many sporting events, and she joins me live via Skype. I want to turn your thoughts to news, Brenda, happening on the streets. Can you tell me what's behind these protests?
Well, like you said, Suyanna, these are the largest demonstrations Brazilians have seen in probably 2 decades. Initially, a couple of weeks ago, it started out over a protest over an increase in bus fares. But then on Thursday, it seemed to morph into something much bigger with a larger agenda. On Thursday, police and protesters clashed. 100 protesters were injured. And then a lot of the demonstrations were about not only the bus fares, but also, as you mentioned, about infrastructure, about education, health, about government corruption. You know, Brazil is not a poor country, especially by South American standards. The economy right now is thriving. Brazilians themselves are heavily taxed, so they're questioning where all their money is being spent. They don't think it's being spent in the places that they want it to be.
And we'll certainly be watching for what happens in the days ahead, but what are people saying about these protests?
Well, we've just been out in Copacabana on the beach doing a story actually about, ironically, Brazilians' love of life and what a lot of them want to talk about and get across to the international media is that they support these demonstrators. We have not met one person yet that does not fully support what is happening throughout this country. And they do question the social, the economic impact of events, mega sporting events like the World Cup next year and, of course, the Olympics in 2016. And they think the fact that the Confederations Cup is on right now is a great opportunity to get the word out and attract international media attention to the plight of Brazilians.
Thanks for the update, Brenda. That's Brenda Irving in Rio de Janeiro.